them in the 1880s, turns them into housing for people that worked at his bakery. Because up on West 12th Street, because there was no mass transit. When do commercial bakers go to work? Like 2 in the morning to get the rolls ready for early morning deliveries. So the stables were then turned into housing. The only people that would live behind the main house were low-class workers. This is where the stable boys lived when they were stables. Your kitchen help for the main houses might have lived back here. Of course, today, this is in demand housing and very expensive. Because now, who wouldn't love to be off the main street in a quiet courtyard with a garden area in front? So while the very wealthy once wanted to live on the main streets in houses where they could show off their wealth, now they're very happy to live behind here. These are now no longer single-family units. They've all been divided down. One gentleman comes out and he'll talk to us. He goes to get his son at just about this time during the week. Well, school's not in session now. And he has his unit is 380 square feet, about 38 square meters, and he paid $1.7 million 7 years ago. Of course, he paid at the height of the market, too. But, you know, he said everybody in there knows each other. It's like their own little community. They all get along very well. Okay. If you ever read the O. Henry short story, The Last Leaf, that's about living here. In 1954, there was a movie called Full House. It was 4 of O. Henry's short stories. The Last Leaf was one of them, and they did film in here. O. Henry called Greenwich Village the district of high art and low rents. When he lived here, that was true. But as will happen, when you get famous people that become wealthy and well-known, more famous other wealthy people want to live around them. So then the price goes up. So while Soho was once a great place for artists to live, in fact, some artists would actually go into those old warehouses and just squat. They would just take it over because they were empty. You saw the movie Ghost. Demi Moore's a potter. She's in Soho. In the 1950s and 60s, when I was living here in the city, you wouldn't walk down the streets of Soho. Now I can't afford to walk down the streets of Soho. When Heath Ledger passed away in his apartment in Soho, he was paying $23,000 a month. Now the artists are moving over into what we call the Dumbo section of Brooklyn. Dumbo means down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass. Yep. That's where they can afford to live, in those old manufacturing and shipping warehouses. We're going to go back down to this corner and make a right. We're heading to Chumley's.
Wait, so who lives there now?
Where?
In that
the little stables?
Yeah. Not stable boys live there. Is it just like single people, or what was she saying? I wasn't paying attention.
That they divide it up into units, so it's not for families. And that's a small little community.
But that one guy
has a kid, and he paid $1.7 million 7 years ago.
And it's underneath the Friends building.
I like this.
This is so interesting. She's so knowledgeable too. I wonder how, like, well, she's grown up here, so I guess that's how she knows so much, but like, still.
This is so much nicer than the neighborhood.
I think so. I think they have a nice neighborhood. It's not as historic.
Yeah.
I think you still have a very nice neighborhood.
But I like the story.
Yeah.